Parkim and welcome to Parkim Lectures. Today's lecture is going to be so important because it's going to be about fingering. My name is Joshua Parkim and welcome to our lecture. Now I love coffee, do you know why? Cause it boosts me some energy! Now, keyboard players. Yeah, I'm talking to you specifically. Yeah, pianists, organists, or any single people who plays the keyboard. Basically, I hear this all the time. Do I have to do the fingering? Why do I have to do the fingering? Do I really think about the fingering? Do I have to do the fingering? Why do I practice the fingering? Well, do you know what I can tell? I'm gonna finger your cheeks. FBI! When you get music scores like this, when you get a piece of music like this, you'll see that there are so many numbers on top of these notes. And whenever you see these numbers, you'll be like, I ain't got time for that. It's because you're just too busy looking at the notes. Like, you're just too busy trying to figure out what's the name of this note. Is this note C? Is that note D? Is this note F sharp? Well, why is there a G double sharp? But here's the problem. If you leave things at the very last minute, you will have a very hard time to fix it after you only play with correct notes. Because when you're playing the correct notes, you have to play with correct finger numbers at the same time. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting so much time. It's because the situation that you're going to be experiencing is that you're going to be playing these pieces with uncomfortable hand positions, with a very uncomfortable performance gestures. Therefore, you will have that 99.99999999999999999% of making mistakes in the performance and the examination. And also the competition. It's because of that uncomfortable position of your hands and your disabled finger gestures that you cannot play these pieces. To the people who find finger numbers very useless, you should give yourself a massive slap in the face and wake up. The benefit of playing with the correct finger numbers is that you will naturally get into the muscle memorization with correct finger number gestures and that correct finger number movement. Therefore, if you practice the wrong finger numbers, then you will naturally memorize the wrong finger number movement and you'll be performing with wrong finger numbers. Now, that's not the kind of situation that I want to be involved in. If you don't understand what a muscle memorization is, check out my 20th lecture where I talk about the memorization techniques in music. How to use correct finger numbers. Number one, find the way your finger will be safer in playing and make less or no mistakes. Number two, find a way in finger movement that you will play in a comfortable speed. That means a position that will make you play faster. Or something that will give you more confidence. Number three, depending on a specific sound in each fingers, have a different tone color. So, find the right tone color for a specific finger number. Finally, number four, use the most common method that you have used from most of the scales and arpeggios that you have practiced, and try to use one of those basic elements in piano playing. So let's get into the finger numbers in scales. We are born with 5 fingers in each of our hands, therefore 10 fingers in total. And we know for sure that we have specific names for each of these fingers. We have a thumb, index, middle, ring finger, and pinky. So, each of these fingers have a specific number and we all have to remember that very clearly. Let us all remember both hands, both thumbs is 1. So, it goes in this order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's take a look at every single fingers and see what kind of shape and personalities they have. First of all, the first finger, aka the thumb, is a short, fat, and buff guy. The second finger, aka the index, is the normal guy. The third, aka the middle, aka the root, aka the bird, is a tall guy. And the fourth, aka the ring finger, aka would you marry me finger, is a weak, unstable fella who has trouble in controlling himself. And finally, we have the fifth guy, aka the pinky, aka the weak-looking guy, who is actually the strong guy. He's small but no muscles. So now these are the fingers each of our hands. The thumb is always 1. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to get this in your head. Now before I end this chapter, I'm gonna give you a little bit of an idea. This finger numbers is actually different to string instruments. Now, as you can see, every single string instrument, including violin, viola, cello, and double bass, they don't have a thumb because the thumb is right behind the fingerboard. Now, let me get myself very clear. It's called the cello, not cello or cello. It's cello. It's spelled as C-E-L-L-O, and I really care about this because I'm all about the originality. So when we're playing a string instrument, we have our index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. That will be counted as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you don't know what key signature is, I just can't be bothered to explain all of this at once in this lecture, so check out my second and my third lecture where I talk about key signatures, scales, arpeggios. Wait, I don't talk about arpeggios, but anyways, I talk about the major scales, melodic minor scale, harmonic minor scale, natural minor scale, and that's it. Now, on the keyboard, we all have to remember that our thumb is our turning finger. It's a turning finger. For example, when you play a C major scale, your thumb starts on the C. And as you can see already, each of these 5 fingers are placed in each of the keys. With all these 5 fingers, you can basically play C, D, E, F, G. But the problem is, how can you play the remaining keys after the G? Well, that is when you need to use this fat boy first finger. So, use the fat guy. It is C, D, E. And you can see already the thumb is already in a position to play the F with the thumb. So, change when you play the F. So when you play C, D, E, F, change your hand position straight away and you will naturally get into the position to play G, A, B, C with the remaining finger numbers 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what the fingers look like. That looks sexy. So, this is the moment when you need to use your left hand the same way. But, this is when you use in reverse. For your left hand, you need to begin with your 5th finger. So, that's a C in a C major scale. You will be playing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then again, with our remaining ABCs, turn to your 3rd finger when you're playing the A and then change your hand position. That'll be easy for you to play the remaining keys. However, the pattern changes and the finger number changes in these moments, such as F major, aka the scale with 1 flat on the B flat. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On your right hand, except for your left hand, it still uses the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. Clearly, it's because if you place your thumb onto the black key, you are in a dangerous position. Instead of playing 1, 2, 3, 1, you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn to 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're avoiding the 5th finger. However, in the scenario of scale beginning on a black key, like a D flat major scale, aka with all the black keys, you will begin on a D flat, which many scales require you to begin with your 2nd finger. Now that looks sexy. You can see commonly you always use your thumb and your pinky on the white keys, and the 2nd and the 3rd using the black keys a lot. But later, there are many compositions that you will require you to use your thumb on the black keys. There, you heard it right. Your thumb on the black keys. For example, now here is an example of a piece that is composed with lots of scales. very scary, doesn't it? Yeah, so that is why you must use correct finger numbers, especially in pieces like this. So, let's get smart! Do you agree with my lectures? If you disagree or if you have any other topics that you want me to talk about, leave a comment down below. And I'll see you in the next lecture. Also, thank you for subscribing. And if you didn't subscribe, I want you to subscribe right now. My name is Joshua Won Parkim, and as always, take care. Bye bye!